it's a complete mess. And then trying to get up there to get them, well, everything in that area is just like shut down, and you have police directing traffic. It was a nightmare. It was an absolute nightmare. And it was all like right up before I was about to go live, as I said. Like I said last night, this week is just a crazy, crazy week. But I know you guys don't want to hear my problems. Hold on. I hear myself. I got echo. Let me get rid of it. So, yeah. Anyways, so I apologize profusely with that. Hey, Warrior Rage, what's going on, man? How are you? Ken, what's going on? True Eagle, Nick, thank you guys for being here. It's an interesting day. Lacey for Seabiscuit, what's going on? Jojo, Dewan, how are you? Paul, Ryan, Nathan, Colin, thank you, ex-Philly Bird, Robert, anybody that I missed, thank you so much for joining me today. Man, yeah, it is crazy. It is crazy. He said, bro, Big Seals is a Cowboy fan. I don't watch Cowboys shows pretending to be Eagles content. Well, I'm gonna put a little something on it a little bit. Maybe with a little bit of evidence towards that. You know what I mean? Major Pain, what's going on, man? How are you? You thought the ghost got me? No. The power, the electric blue. The power, I don't know what happened. They're saying, something blue there, and a grid blue or something. I don't know. And then, I was gonna go live at 10. Then they said the schools are closing down at 10:30. So I told my kids, I said, well, just go. Why don't you guys go? There's a restaurant there. Go get lunch together. And then I'll pick you up after. And they're like, okay. Then it found out like. Everything in the area is down. Everything. So all the businesses are down. And then I'm like, okay, so I have to go pick them up. I leave to go pick them up 10:30. I get there and they're like, oh no, they're not getting released till like 10. I think it was 10:48 or something ridiculous, some weird number. So I'm like having to wait then, even longer. And then I can't adjust any of my settings on my phone. I don't know why to change the time and let everybody know. And then traffic getting out of there was just all hell. So that's why I'm late. I apologize. I forgot the glasses. I was gonna bring the glasses out today, but we got a big day. We got to go on Sil Show. We're gonna have an interesting conversation. I'm sure they'll be very dismissive of the Eagles, everything we did, and Dallas has a bad defense now, and they're nothing, and blah 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 blah. You had a freezing fog this morning. We got 259 people. I appreciate that you guys still are putting up with me. I really do. We are one game away from clinching the division and breaking a crazy curse kind of in the NFC East where no team has repeated since the Eagles did it back in 2004. So we have an actual chance to do something cool here. And I actually am very optimistic about where the Eagles are right now. Not that they're perfect, because they're not. But you tell me, every other team in the NFC, who's perfect? Nobody's perfect right now. And everybody, in my opinion, can be beat. So who's the hottest at the time? That's what it's going to come down to. Frank, what's going on? What's up, Bobo? Did you give Mark a little pep talk this morning? There is no apology, my friend. I can't apologize for telling the truth, right? I wouldn't ask you to tell an apology to something that was true. You were on there kissing Cowboys' ass. I listened to it. You said, don't worry, Cowboy fans. Don't worry that Minnesota scored. You're still going to win. You guys are good. You guys are better than the Eagles. Come on. You got to take that medicine. It is hate week. Come on now. But I love Momo. I'm going to be honest. Momo's getting all sensitive. If I didn't love you, I wouldn't tease you. When I tease you, that's a good sign, man. That means I like you. You were dude. I wasn't the only one that said it. People know. Now, you weren't kissing Mark specifically, but Cowboys team. Michael says, what up, Philly? Feeling a little more optimistic about the Birds today. I do too. No apology necessary. Can't apologize for telling the truth. But I do like Momo. But he's gonna have to look, man. Maybe why don't you send Mark a text and say, look, Mark. Well, I know the Cowboys have that beautiful shiny star, but we got that stinky W on and we change our name. It's okay, Mark. You're gonna be all right. Love it. Hung Meow says, Weiner fans think Niners can beat anyone in the NFC after winning against the trash teams. Their entire schedule is against trash teams. I agree. What are we talking about here? Oh, Momo, and Momo, you could throw the link to your channel on there if you want, and people can go sum up. He got upset with me because during Mark's stream the other night, I noticed that he was, as a Washington Commander fan, was kissing a little Cowboy ass over there, trying to make them feel better, and I called him out on it. Armin says, Jalen got his confidence and swagger back. We're going to back as long as we got Hurts, never miss a playoff. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think we'll be okay. If we continue to find a running game, I think we could be dangerous, No doubt about it. Donald says, we are better than the Cowgirls, and that's the truth. They were talking shit. Now they are all hurt and quiet. Oh, man, they're all in their feelings, aren't they? They all are. It's true, man. It is true. Chris Scott, man, thank you for the super chat, man. I appreciate it. Please look up Jalen's stats compared to Dak's stats this year when you go on sales. Show them their stats and see what they say. I don't even know what the stats is. I'll have to check it out, Chris. I'll try to do that. And thank you for that super chat, my man. I appreciate you. Jerry Potter, thank you for super chat. He goes, my guy, Philly 500. I believe our defense can carry our Eagles to take back-to-back Super Bowls. Time for our Eagles to impose our will. Go Birds. See, I think we have a chance too. Like, let's say somehow the Eagles can get a 2 seed, right? And you get 2 playoff games at home. Well, I know the teams that you come in may be pretty tough, but I like our chances at home. And then if you get in a situation where you're playing the Rams in LA, that's going to be mostly Eagle fans. I think you have a good chance. The Eagles, this is what was crazy. In Hard Knocks yesterday, Schottenheimer of the Cowboys said to his team, and this is how delusional they are, nobody wants to play us. Nobody. And the players are all sitting there going, yeah. I'm thinking everybody wants to play you because you're the Dallas Cowboys and you're chokers. Did Momo drop his link? Drop your link, Momo. Don't get sub them up. Don't get all butthurt. You just take the medicine. It's Washington Hate Week, isn't it? Linda Conyers, thank you so much for the super chat. Everybody, definitely, there's Momo's link. You can go check him out. Momo, thank you for the super chat. Oh man, very, very generous super chat at that. Thank you. You're trying to butter me up. Thank you, Momo, for the super chat. You tell lies, Philly. By the way, my channel is Momo Rants. His channel is Momo Rants. Go check it out. I don't know, Momo. That's what I saw, man. I just calling it like I see it. It's okay. I understand why. Mark blocks people if you say anything even remotely bad. Look what he did to Leo. He threw Leo out because Leo told him the truth. But Momo, thank you for the super chat. I'm teasing Momo. I'm giving him a hard time. In all reality, I like Momo a lot. Like I said, I don't tease people I don't like. It's kind of my way of being like, hey, I like you. If I don't like somebody, I just won't comment to them. I won't say anything about them. I won't talk bad, but I won't talk good. So thank you, Momo, for that super chat. Do you think our quarterback coach is calling plays now? The sequence was on fire. I don't know. I don't know. It's a great question. Hey, Warrior Rage says, hold on, 500. The best what to do we need to happen for the first and second seed. What do you think we should just clinch the division, the rest of the O-line, heal up? No, I think if you have a chance to get the 2 seed, you get it, right? Because that guarantees 2 home playoff games. And in my opinion, that weather is such a huge factor. Now, you play a team like Chicago, it may not be a big factor, but I still think it would bother Seattle. I think it would bother the 49ers. I think it would bother those teams. So, no, I think you got to try to go for it. What has to happen exactly? I don't know. I need to look at it. I don't know who to root for on I don't know who to root for on Thursday. Like, are we better off having Seattle get the 1 seed or the Rams? See, I'm not as scared of the Rams as a lot of people are, because the Rams, to me, yeah, they're very good, but I think we're in their head, They've got to prove to me they can beat me. Sam asks, are you on that? Yeah, 4:30. 4:30. I'm also going to be on the Verge section at 12:30 or 3:30. So look for that as well. Sills is a hater, won't give credit, who cares? But you're right, Michael, and I'm going to come back to this. I want to come back to that comment in a second. Everett Williams, thank you for the super chat. He goes, hey, look, we got to be serious. This was a good win for us, a ramp up. But we have to play better, possibly pick up CJ Garner and Slay for real. Shaking my head. Well, we can't pick either of them up because, they're both already taken, But no, look, it doesn't. That's not the game where you win and say, all right, we're back, everything's great. That's that game with the Raiders. Why it was important to me was because I needed to see the psyche of this team after 3 straight losses. I needed to see if we were headed back for a collapse or if they were going to still have fight in them. And to me, I know that sounds weird, but I think the Eagles are a streaky team. I think they win in bunches, they lose in bunches. If this team is playing good football, nobody will beat them. And what I saw out of that game was a fight. Now they got to go and they got to build on that and they got to improve. Nick, thank you for super chat. He goes, let's Seattle get it. They were more likely to choke. See, that's what I was thinking too. Maurice, thank you for the super chat. He goes, after what I heard what Dak said last night on Hard Knocks about Jalen's shoes, now I see why he hasn't won since being in the league. Yeah, for those that don't know, and thank you, Maurice, for that super chat. What Dak said was, the reason the Eagles lost because Jalen Hurts was wearing Nike, his Jordans that had the color of the Chargers on it. That's what he actually said. So, yeah, that was like a little weird, Swamp Pass says, hello, Philly. Tell the two lovers today that when the 3-4 Chiefs beat the Raiders Vegas, they made Super Bowl favorites. And when Dallas beat the Raiders, they both said it was a great win for them. Yeah, I will. Listen, here's the one thing I can tell you. Dak Prescott and the Cowboys are not on the same level as the Eagles. They're just not on the same level. We're dealing with two different, we're like dealing with a high school football and professional football. And the reason I say that is because the standards and the accountability that they put and give to Dak Prescott is way less than what it is for Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts and the Eagles, they don't get excuses. Dak Prescott, he does get excuses. I am going to show you right now, and there's a video I'm working on. I'm still working on it, but this was a little piece of some of the clips. Now, I'm not going to use it the same way, but here's a little piece of basically my exact point and what you guys are saying. Sills and Mark, they all hold Jalen Hurts to a different standard. They view the Eagles differently. The Dallas Cowboys, Dak can do this or that. It's great. If Jalen Hurts does the same thing or similar, it's horrible. Hung me out. They were super chat. He goes, who do you think wins the Turkey Bowl, Dak or Tua? Oh, Dak would choke it away. So I'll say Tua. Even though Tua got benched today. But I want you guys to check this out, right? This is kind of what I'm talking about. Just check this out for about a minute and a half. I think you'll find it interesting.
You want a war?
Suck on that, Henry. Troll-ass mother humper.
How about Dak last night? Damn! Shows he only played the Raiders. I know, didn't Hurts have a perfect outing against the shitty Giants? I want you guys to do me a favor. Close your eyes for a second and just dream of a quarterback that could throw the ball like Dak Prescott last night. Holy cow! Even Vic Fangio said it today. The guy's having an amazing year. What an amazing year, and that guy makes that offense roll. So before all you toolboxes start talking shit on Dak, and by the way, we're not in the postseason. We are here on November 18th in the regular season. So that conversation is stupid. This guy was great last night. 4 touchdowns. By the way, you know what's crazy? You say that Dak had a great game last night, and it's against the Raiders. You tell me that Jalen Stiff Arm Hurts has a great arm against the Giants, and you're like, wow, did you see what he did against it? Dude, he shredded that team last night.
Your Philadelphia Eagles are back in the win column. They win the game today 31-0 with a dominant offensive performance and a dominant defensive performance. I see Big Sills yawning, but I'll say this. You got to handle who's in front of you, and the Eagles handled their business today. They moved to 9-5 on the season and one step closer to winning the NFC East and getting into the playoffs here. Big Sills, welcome into the postgame show, host of the National Football Show. We'll talk to John McMullen later on. Make sure you follow Big Sills at Dan Silio Show.
Dude, I'm not impressed with anything they did today.
No, I'm not either. But at the end of the day,
except taking care of your business.
Well, and that's what you got to do. I pick a strike.
I am not impressed with anything that they did except for taking care of business. I mean, I'm not a glazed donut, dude.
Dude, I'm not trying to make you a glazed donut.
I'm not glazed doning anything. I'm not impressed.
You got to call a strike a strike.
I am not impressed with anything that they did.
Voila! I just put that together. You tell me who the glazed donut is. Okay? How can you tell me that Dak Prescott, an elite quarterback, great quarterback, all this stuff, how could you glaze him over the Raiders and then shit on the Eagles and Hurts? It shows you the bias. This is why Dallas is not on our level. Because they are not held to the same standard. It proves my point. Oh, Dak was great against the Raiders. Oh, Hurts didn't do nothing. Come on, dude. Hypocrites. We going in there, guns a-blazing today. You know what I mean? I don't know if I could show him that video. Maybe I'll try to send it to Xander or something. But I don't want him to get, he'll probably see it. Hopefully he won't see it. I want him to be a little off guard. So you got to play a clip on the show. I don't have the power to. I would love to, but I mean, come on. You tell me. How can you possibly have those two different of opinions? If that's the elite great quarterback that everybody says he is, then why doesn't he win? Oh, because he doesn't have help. Oh, well, why doesn't Jalen Hurts win? Right? Why does Jalen Hurts win? They say, oh, because Jalen Hurts has help. Okay, so Dak Prescott is on the same level, you're saying, because Jalen Hurts has help and he doesn't. Dak still can't win and he still needs help. Dak is overrated. So we know the real deal. I've been trying to work on that thing, but I've been so busy I haven't had a chance to finish. I want to throw some stuff with Mark in there too. Chris B, man, thank you for the super chat. Dak lives rent-free in Eagle fans' mind. Yeah, I mean that's what you guys always say, but you don't understand. It's really the opposite of that. And the problem is that we're just rebutting what has already been put out there. And then you guys get all butthurt. Eagles, baby, thank you for super chat. Can't stand Silio. Have no idea whatsoever why someone talks as much crap on the Eagles as a commentator. Go to another city. He wants to get them riled up. But I wanted to see, I said, I want to see what this guy did. I want to see what he thought after the Cowboys-Raiders game. And when I saw that, I was like, oh, you got to be kidding me, dude. You know, I might have to try to send that clip to Leo for later. Wyatt says, sack picked Scott will throw an interception or get sacked when it counts the most. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, dude is 1-0. And then whenever his team is in a situation where it's like, all right, we need a franchise quarterback to be a franchise quarterback. Boom. You know what I mean? To me, that's you can't tell me that was not the ultimate glazed Dak donut that I just played. It totally was. I'm ignoring the get today. I don't feel like hearing him. Some of the comments that he had the other day. Just horrible. Linda, thank you for the super chat. Very weird at Philly 500. Dak is 9-12-1 in the last 22 games. Don't Dallas fans know this stat? Since Cowboys fans love stats. No, they don't. They also forget about like the first 6 years of his career when he had a good team, you know? Dak is a loser, and we don't give a shit about a 10-year loser. He is a trash. Fly, fly. Donald, my man. My man. Fan of the Batman. Thank you for the super chat. He goes, think the Eagles could sign Matt Judon? No, I don't think so. Is he out there? I don't think they need him, really, to be honest. I really was impressed with Brandon Graham. 2 sacks the other night. If Brandon Graham starts playing and he's got some juice, and the reason why I don't think they play him a ton of snaps, I think part of it is they're just saving him for later. He's back. He's older. Let him work slowly back into it. And I think the trajectory that he's headed right now is great. Chris B, thank you for the super chat. Why do you guys care so much? It's hilarious. Rent free. I don't know what you're talking about. But thank you for the super chat. I don't know what you mean by why you care about what. What do you mean? Hung me out. Thank you for super chat. Ask Dan Celio. He's 5'11", $1988. He helped lose. 5'11". They were 5'11", 1988. Play haters. Chris B. Davis super chat. He goes, Hurts is 3-5 this year when defenses gives up 21. That's great. That's great. That means our defense isn't giving up a lot of 21 and over points. Oh, I guess we did 8, but yeah, I don't know. I don't care. If we're gonna really go down that route, all I'll say is, what did your boy do against the Minnesota Vikings when he needed it? When Dak Prescott needed to put a drive together to go down and get in that Minnesota game, couldn't do it. Guy was settling for field goals. And the thing is no, it's not all Dak's fault. And this is always my argument with Mark. It's not on Dak's fault, all of it. Of course not. But you already know what you got defensively. And all I know is the elite quarterbacks in the league that we're talking about, elites, that you try to hold this guy up to and tell us he is. He doesn't do what Josh Allen did last week. He doesn't do it. He doesn't do it. And that's just the way it is. Yeah, $60 million trash. I mean, it's like, dude, I didn't even sweat for 1 minute. Like after Thanksgiving, when I went on Celia's show, and they're like, "What are you worried? What about the Cowboys? The Cowboys are coming. They're coming." I said, December 1st hasn't gotten here yet. As soon as December 1st comes, the Cowboys will choke. This is as guaranteed as the sun coming up tomorrow. And sure enough, what's their record? And now here's what's going to happen. The Cowboys maybe they'll upset the Chargers or something. And everybody will be like, see, Dak is back. And all that. No, he's got no pressure now. See, now Dak gets to play the rest of the year with no pressure. And that's what he needs. That's his kryptonite, pressure. I love it. I love it. I love it. Chad Dancer got released to the Bucks making it. Really? No, I don't think that's what it was. Dak is that kid in high school that wants to be cool so bad. Yeah, well, all I know is that if we really deal in reality, the Cowboys and Dak are held to a different standard. They get praised for beating the Raiders. The Eagles, they get shit on. There was literally, the Eagles could do nothing. There was nothing that the Eagles were going to be able to do in that Raiders game. Even the shutout that would make people at least tip their cap to them. Not saying you have to say they're the greatest team in the world. I don't want that. But, hey, just say, hey, good job. Good to see you guys fight, Yeah, Raheem, I'm going on 4:30 Eastern. Yes, sir. Marcus says the Eagles have beat winning teams this year. We lost a couple games, but we're on top of this. We've beaten all the top contenders in the NFC, really. I mean, you look at, we've beaten everybody, except for what? The Bears. I mean, other than that, we beat the Rams. We beat the Bucks at the time. I mean, they were division winners, or winning the division. They were undefeated. We beat the Green Bay Packers in Green Bay. We beat the Detroit Lions. I mean, we've beaten everybody for the most part that you would want to beat. I don't know what anybody could possibly say about the Eagles, man. That's for sure. We rocking and we rolling. So the Slay situation in family over everything is simply he didn't report he wasn't going to go there, and the Buffalo Bills said, we don't care that this is your final year of your career and you're only playing 4 or 5 more games. We don't care. We are going to put you on the did not show, did not report. So he's on the did not report list, meaning that the Buffalo Bills have his rights. And that's probably going to force Slay into retirement. If it was me, I wouldn't even have bothered. The Bills nobody was going to pick up Slay. Everybody knew he was going back to the Eagles. It just was going to happen. The Bills did that because the Bills, maybe they thought it would get something on us late when that game came. I don't know, but I think the Bills are a little whiny, like with the push-tush and trying to vote to ban it and then putting your players in a position where they got to keep doing it, even though when the coach says that he hates the play because it's unnecessarily puts players in a worse situation to injure themselves. If you really feel like that, then you don't need to call for your team. Just don't call it. But he does it anyways. So he's a little full of it. I'm so smooth. What's happening? He goes, what up, Philly? I'm getting back on the football field after 5 years of not playing. Oh, yeah? My league starts on January 13th. Wish me luck. Yeah, tell me about the league. Like, what kind of league? Where's that? Do they record it, put it on YouTube? I want to watch. That's awesome, man. I wish you total luck, my man. Ish, thank you for the super chat. He goes, don't let Mark off easy. Have no pity on him. Here's what Mark's going to do. Let's see. Mark's going to come in angry. He's going to come in. He's going to come in blazing, take a drink. You don't want to hear it. And he's going to be cursing. He's going to fight. And I'm going to sit there calmly, looking to see, will there be not only a funeral, but will there be a divorce today? Will Dan Sileo get off the glazed donut of Dak and divorce Mark Holmes? Philly, are you sitting Epps for Makumba? Yeah. If Makumba was healthy, I would, but he's not healthy. He's not going to play. I don't think he's going to play the rest of the year. My understanding was wasn't he going for the year? Dak Prescott has 28 total touchdowns. Hurts has 30 total touchdowns. Dak has 26 passing touchdowns. Hurts has 22 passing touchdowns. Dak has 10 interceptions. Hurts has 6. How's Dak better? He's not. And they love to talk about the stats, but you got to talk about the context of it too. I mean, he has to face it. He has a bad defense. He has to throw a lot more than Jalen Hurts because he has no choice. They're usually losing, so he doesn't have a choice. When you're usually winning and controlling the game, you tend to run more and throw less. When you're down and you need points and you need to keep it close and you need to keep your team in there, you have to throw more. The problem for Dak is that when the pressure gets up too high and when the game is big and you need him to do it in the fourth quarter or at the right time, he comes up small. A perfect example was last game, Minnesota. Frank says, I would love to see Slay come out on the field in street clothes on the Eagles sideline before the Buffalo game starts. Yeah, it would be hilarious. If I was the Bills, I would have just said, all right, Slay don't want to come back. We rescind our waiver claim and see if the league would just take it off and let him go, or I would have just cut him. Why a man playing all those years, his last 5 weeks of his career, you're gonna hold him hostage? It's ridiculous. Epps hasn't been bad. I mean, he's way better than Sidney Brown. You know what I mean? He's way better than Sidney Brown. But no, I would play Mukumba. I know that people are saying he's balling. I'm not going off of Mukumba. But I don't think he's healthy. He's not going to be ready to play. So no need to. Bird Gang General, thank you for super chat, my man. 70% of Eagle fans have no respect for Hurts. F off. 70% of us Eagle fans don't have? Really? Man, I don't know. I don't think it's that high. I think there's a loud minority who screams about Hurts, but I don't think that's most. I think you had the same situation with Foles Wentz back in the day too. So, no, Dak makes room on the couch in Cabo for the second year in a row. Yeah. No playoff again for him. No Lane or Dickerson today at practice. I don't think we'll see Lane. I don't know what's going on with Dickerson. I mean, we'll see. Would you rather lose to the Rams or Seahawks in the playoffs, Philly? I wouldn't want to lose to either of them, but I'd rather lose to the Rams. I can respect that. I don't, whatchamacallit, I don't know. You know what I mean? I love Hurts. Sorry, he's a winner. I do too. I love him too. Hurts has been to the playoffs and won one Super Bowl and been to two. I know. He should have won that second one. Let's be honest. We got 557 people in the chat. Make sure you guys hit that like. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't. And once again, I'm sorry about the late stream today. It's just crazy right now. It's crazy week before Christmas. I'll probably, I don't think I'm gonna have time to do another video today. But I will be doing a video in the morning. I'll have a video in the morning, and then of course we got a huge Thursday night game tomorrow. The Seahawks Rams game. That's a great game. I don't even know who to root for in that game. I'm just being honest. Would you rather sleep on the couch or a pressed cot? Pressed cot? Probably couch. Hurts a beast in the playoffs. Hurts did what he has to do. You know what I mean? The thing is, Hurts is in the point in his career where he had so many coordinators, whatever plays calls he doesn't like, he should try to check out a play. He's had a lot of play callers, and I'm pretty sure I would be surprised if he didn't have another one. I mean, do you guys think? Let's say the Eagles win it all. Well, if they win it all, then there's no way they're firing their offensive coordinator, right? That's the downside of it. If let's say they get to the NFC Championship, do you think that the Eagles fire Kevin Patullo? That's my question. Yo, Philly, I hope you have a Merry Christmas and a blessed New Year. Thank you, Eric, man. I appreciate that. I hope you do too, man. God bless you. I would love to see this offense with some sort of offensive coordinator continuity. I do too. But the question is do we want it to be Kevin Patullo? I mean, I don't know. It's weird because we haven't heard anything. Like, I was hoping we would, Hard Knocks, they had the whole meeting. The quarterback coach was talking to the quarterbacks. I would love to see them show Patullo talking to the offense and how he's going about it. That to me would be interesting. KP is staying to hire a consultant. You're probably right, Andrew. Although they're saying he's a candidate for a coaching job with the Giants. Oh, please, Giants, don't hire Kevin Patullo, please, please. Now you watch, they'll hire him, and then it'll be some completely different offense, and we're all like, wow. I haven't watched a lot of Saints this year, but the truth is this offense is more Knicks. Manuel Gordon says, Philly, honest opinion, how many games do you think Dak would win on the Eagles? I mean, I think he would probably win, honestly. I think they would win 12, 13 games, maybe during the season. But I think he would choke in the playoffs. I don't think he would show up in the playoffs. Like, I don't think that he would have reached the Super Bowl. And I don't think if he did reach the Super Bowl, the game versus the Chiefs, when they shut Barkley down and Hurts had to have a big game, I don't think you would ever see that from Dak Prescott. Because I just don't think he can win under pressure. And like I said, September, October, no pressure. November, a little more. December gets here, then you start to get pressure. Minnesota game, he had pressure on him. He had to win to keep up, to have a chance, to stay alive for a wild card, but more importantly, to keep pace with the Eagles. And he came up small. Now he'll play the Chargers next week. You watch, he'll put up great numbers, and it's because there was no pressure. So I think it's a pressure thing with him. And that's my honest take on Emmanuel. J-Mac, thank you for the super chat. He goes, Rams will win, in my opinion. Darnold stinks. I think the Rams will win too, but do we want them to? I almost say, if the Rams lose the division, they become a 5 seed. So if the Eagles could be a 2 seed, and let's say Seattle was the 1 seed, Sam Darnold's going to lose. I don't believe in him. See, I think if the Eagles could get the 2 seed, and this is just how I'm thinking about, if the Eagles got the 2 seed, Seattle got the 1 seed, we give them the 1 seed. I think they could end up losing it like Detroit last year. The Eagles can end up with the NFC Championship game back in Philly if we could get the 2 seed. Now, to get the 2 seed, and I should put this. Let me see if I can get an NFC thing. One of the things I wanted to is do our weekly NFC standings. So let me see if I can get that up here. We can take a look. All right, here's a day ago. I'm going to use this one too. I'm going to pull up a couple things here. And once again, thank you guys for your patience with me today. I truly, truly appreciate it. Rams win. Yeah, I agree, J-Mac. You're probably right. Joel Perez, thank you for the super chat. But man, hey, how many Joels are in here? We got how many G.I. Joels? Thank you for being here. We've never seen in this world. I should be in the Guinness Book of World Record for the most Joels congregating in one place. He says Hurts will win 2. Eagles are gearing up for 2027. I like it. But you think we could win this year, or you think we're going to have to wait? So I think they could win this year. Ish, thank you for super chat. Sills can get it too. Oh yeah. And thank you for super chat. Alex won't fire KP, but he'll be hired somewhere else. You might be right. Thomas says, "You're the best man." Thank you, Thomas, man. I appreciate that so much. I don't think they fire KP, but I see a demotion come. Yeah, that's interesting. That would be really interesting, Linda, thank you for super chat. Plain inconsistent 4A quarterback that's been in the league 5 years in a row, 3 NFC Championship games, 2 NFC Championship games, 2 Super Bowl appearances, and 1 Super Bowl. See, that's the thing. And then if you have them go look at all the quarterbacks who have been starters and played in 2 Super Bowls, not many. they're not mediocre quarterbacks, the ones that have. Let me see here. I want to pull this couple things up here. All right, so let's get this up here. So here's a playoff. Look at the playoff picture right now. And I want to add one. I'm going to add one more. And we'll look at in a minute. And we'll look at that one in a second. All right, so here's the playoff picture, right? Now this is showing the probability, but and thank you, Linda, for super chat. I agree. Fred is practicing but sideline. Matt Pryor practicing. Yeah, we got to watch that offensive line. Washington's going to play good. They're going to play their best. They always play us tough. So the Rams are the 1 seed, the Bears are the 2 seed, the Eagles are the 3 seed, Bucks are the 4, Packers are the Seahawks are the 5th, Niners 6, and then 7 are the Packers. They got all weird looking, but I think the Eagles still have a chance to catch the Bears. Now the Bears play Green Bay Saturday. I'll be streaming that game. We need Green Bay to win that game, okay? And then we're going to need those teams maybe to lose twice. I don't know how it'll work, but I almost think if the Seahawks win and get that 1 seed, and let's say the Eagles can get the 2 seed, the Rams then drop to the 5th seed. See, so then if you have to play the Rams, they have to come back to Philly, and you wouldn't have to play them in the first round either. So I almost think that's the best way to go. Spurgeon Davis super chat, my man. He goes, imagine some Freaky Friday shenanigans where Patullo becomes the Giant head coach and the ball becomes the offensive coordinator. Yeah, that would be weird. I don't think I want the ball though. I don't want the ball as offensive coordinator. Michael says Dak is Mr. December as guaranteed to choke 100%. Everett says I like Jalen beat my Georgia Bulldogs. Yeah. Chan says, or let Nick run both jobs if he feels fine. See, I think Nick is a problem calling plays too. Dagger Davis super chat. Dak with 2025 Eagles offense is 7-10 with this schedule. No run game all year, only passing with KP. Even with the defense, he's trash. 12 interceptions. Well, this year's, yeah. I thought the question was for last year's, but I'm telling you, the FBI needs to investigate because I think elites have been betting Dak Prescott and the under in interceptions. I've never seen teams drop so many interceptions, like easy interceptions. I think that the under was like a league bet, and somebody's making a lot of money off of it because that guy should have 30 picks, man, or maybe not 30. He should have about 18 to 20 interceptions. There's no question. 2 seed is even a longer shot of that loss to the Bears. The Eagles are almost locked into 3. So what? The Bears play the Packers. Don't they have a tough schedule left? Don't they got the Bears? Don't they got the Packers and the Lions left? See, the Bears don't have no guarantee. If you said to me the Bears lose 2 of the next 3, that wouldn't surprise me. I don't know, but I would love the 1 or 2 seed. Joel Perez, thank you for the super chat, my man. I appreciate you. He says, they want the Hurts versus Dak discussion because they can't win the Philly versus Dallas. That's so true. Man, that is so true. We are a better team. We have a better owner, and we have a better GM, and we are a better franchise, and they know it. Man, you are so right. You are so right. And thank you for that super chat. Let's see here. All right, so let me show you guys real quick the other thing. So this is what is this? Okay, so this is old. Never mind, this is old. But I will point out on this, you see how the Bears are the 7th seed? This is last week. So the Bears are 7th seed and Green Bay are 2nd. They literally they're shifting spots each week. So you could go from the 2nd to the 7th, just like the Rams could go from the 1st to the 5th. I really think, we'll have to see what the Bears' schedule is. Can the Eagles get the 2 seed? That's the question. And if you are a 3 seed, right? So if you're the 3 seed, you play the 6 seed, right? And then let's say you beat the 6 seed, you have to play. You probably would not go to. Yeah, you wouldn't go to LA. You 2 seed the following week. See, the Eagles' path is at a 3 seed is still not bad. Let's say the Rams are the 1, right? Let me put that up again. I know it's old, but let me put it up again. See, let's say the Rams are the 1 seed. Let's say the Bears are the 2. Let's say the Packers, just for argument's sake. Let's say the Bears or the Packers are the 2nd seed because they're both fighting for the division. So they would play 7th seed. The Eagles would play the 6th seed, which would be the Niners in this, but it may not be the Niners now. And then the Seattle would be the 5th seed. So if the top 4 seeds win, or if the top seeds advance in the first round of playoffs, the Eagles would play the 2 seed. So the Eagles would have to play Chicago or Green Bay. You can't tell me they can't beat either of those teams. They already went to Green Bay and beat them. So I look at this like, man, the Eagles are dangerous. The Eagles start playing good and they start running the ball. They're dangerous because they can beat the 2nd or they can beat the Bears or the Packers. I believe that. And that 1 seed, the Rams, they have had problems beating us. They just have. And if you go in the NFC Championship game to play the Rams, it's going to be mostly Philly fans. The Seattle, we have a horrible record of beating Seattle in Seattle. We just do. But I don't trust Sam Darnold. So you tell me if the Eagles can't start stringing some wins here to end the year and get hot going to playoffs, how could anybody think that they're one and done or they don't have a chance? It's just not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. Hey, Linda, are you still in here? What is the advantage of going from a 3 seed to a 2 seed? 2nd round of the playoffs will be on the road, most likely. If you're a 3 seed, most likely if you advance the first round and get to the 2nd round, most likely, depending upon what the 2nd seed does, but most likely you have to go on the road. So you would have to play the 2nd seed. If the 2nd seed wins and the 3rd seed win, they play each other round 2. So you would be on the road. If you're the 2nd seed, you still play the 3 seed, but you play them at home. So it's essentially an extra home playoff game. Okay, Linda, can you drop, well, not now, but in like 5 to 10 minutes, can you drop, what's his face, Bird Gang's, Bird Section's link? Because in about 10 minutes, I'm going to be taking this conversation. I'm going to be going over to the Bird Section for a little bit and talk football with them before I go on Celia's show. So you guys might want to come hang out. 500, we could be honest for a second. Mike McDaniel gets fired and the Eagles get him. What is he changing on his offense? Just a question, just asking how would you approach it? It gives me ideas of what. Well, I think that he would be very good at using Jalen Hurts' abilities. To me, he would do things that Jalen would be good at more than I think Patullo and this other offense does. And I think they would be, especially in the tree routes for receivers, things like that. I mean, they do so much more there's so much more movement with his offense. And I think with the guys that you have, I think it would be great. Yeah, I think he would be a great fit. I think more so than the ball. You know what I mean? Yeah, me and LB are gonna do something again. I love LB, man. Shout out to him. We definitely do, man. He's great. That gives Romo 2.0. You know what's so funny, A. Jones, about that is when I first started, YouTube was around when Mark started too. He hated Romo. He acts like you didn't, but he didn't like Romo. And he said Romo couldn't win the big games and it was a choker. But Dak, we make excuses for. Dallas will finally get to play the Chiefs on Super Bowl Sunday. They both will be playing pocket pool on the couch, right? They will. I gotta order Mark a couch blanket for the playoffs. Alfredo says, Eagles just made me mad. We weren't wearing Kelly Green to clinch the division Saturday. So they're going to be wearing Kelly Green in week 18 to rest starters. Yeah, well, yeah, but they can't really control it because it depends what Washington wears. The home team gets to choose what jersey they wear. So usually Washington will wear their home jersey. The Eagles would need them to wear their road. Like, Cowboys wear their road jersey all the time because they think the other jerseys are bad luck. Can you imagine your other jerseys? You don't play them, you don't wear them, but like twice a year because you're scared and think they're bad luck. Dallas hasn't won in 30 years. How much more bad luck do you need? You know what I mean? Like, those white Cowboy jerseys are to me the ugliest jerseys in football. Their blue ones, I think their blue ones are pretty good, but I don't like their white ones. Eagles Army Down Under, thank you for the super chat. He goes, you would have thought after all the talk about Hurts versus Dak that Dak would have more than 4 touchdowns on Hurts and more total touchdowns. But that's not the case. I know. And here's what they'll say. Oh, yeah, but did you see where Jalen Hurts scores his touchdowns from? They're inside the 10-yard line. They're inside the 5. Yeah, okay. I need to look at the stats and memorize those stats before I go on to it because I do want to bring those up. I think that's a great point. But I know what the argument's going to be. Well, yeah, but Jalen's touchdown passes are like at the 3-yard line, 4-yard line. You know, it'll be shit like that. Well, Dak's passing yards are all after they're getting blown out. Can you make that video, that Celio thing from earlier? I was working on a whole thing with that, and I just don't have time. But I if you want me to drop it and put it out there, I'll put it out there as a video once I'm done today. I'll throw it out there. I could do that. Drummer Jones, I saw you, buddy. I saw you, and it was the wrench. Philly, I saw what Dak said about Hurts in the shoes. What a clown. Dak is a choker, total choker, man. You ain't kidding, bro. We got 539 people in the chat. Make sure you guys, if you haven't, hit that like. Make sure you subscribe. I'm so sorry about being late today. My kid's school, man. Like, it was just a little bit crazy. And what pissed me off was that, they let him out and then they changed the time. Like, you can't change the time. People got things to do. You got it, my man. Let me see something. Past year, Mahomes had 28 passing touchdowns, and 20 of them were from the 2-yard line. I know, but they'll never whatchamacallit, you know what I mean? It's crazy. And that was the video I showed earlier. Everything is okay unless it's the Eagles. If you beat the Raiders and play good, you could get praise for it unless you're the Eagles. It just tells you one thing. You got real haters, or they know deep down inside that the Eagles are on a different level, and that Dak isn't as good as they think he is. Philly, I think the Eagles catch fire and go on a run postseason. I agree. Like I said last week, I think the Eagles are capable of losing every game the rest of the year, and I think they're capable of winning every game and winning Super Bowl. I don't think I could say that about any other team, Hold on. Let me see here. Eagles Army down on David Super Chat. Hurts adds the best red zone offense in the NFL. I'd love to see what Dallas red zone percentages average just like Dak. Yeah, I don't think their red zone. I don't think their red zone average is that good. You know, I don't think it's that good at all. How many videos Mark make excuses for that? Oh, he's made a lot, and then he's made a condescending one where he acts like they should bench Dak Prescott, you know, but it's really because they want to save him or something. I don't know, some bullshit. Look, Mark can't hold Dak responsible. He won't. No matter what happens. And that's fine. I think Dak should be. I want Dak to stay in Dallas another 10 years. Because I don't believe he'll ever win. Let's see here. Yeah, so yeah, it's interesting. But anyways, let me see here. I want to get. So I'm about to jump off here. I'm going to be going. I told Leo today I'd come on to the bird section for a little bit and talk football. So if you guys want to go, if you want to come on, I will be on his channel, and here's the link, and I'll be there for a little bit before I go on Cilio's show. So 500's making his rounds today before he has to go back to the work, and it's going to be like 11:30 tonight. It's a busy night tonight, but I'll be on there. Thank you, Linda. Appreciate that. But yeah, guys, I am going to get out of here though. Hope they sit Dak for the rest of the season so he can play for 10 more years. Me too. You know. Oh, Nick Yak, you just keep trying and trying and trying, but it just don't work, man. You might as well just be nice and get along with everybody. Gatekeeper says, anytime anyone asks if I think Hurts is better than any quarterback, my answer will be yes. Fair enough. You know, fair enough. But thank you guys so much for joining me. I'm sorry for the whacked out schedule. This week is just crazy, and today was even more crazy. So tomorrow I'm gonna put out that little thing I did with Cilio later, but I also going to I probably have a video out tomorrow morning, and then we'll do the Thursday night football game, which is going to be, it should be a great game. Regardless, should be a great game, and I'm not sure how we should root, but I hope you guys come and hang out with me. It should be a lot of fun. And then, of course, the Eagles play Saturday, as well as the Bears-Packers, so we'll stream those games. It's okay, man. I've been having your eggnog, but I have Philly. I haven't had a lot, I've been staying away, firefighter Jimmy. I have, but man, you're a firefighter. Shout out to you, man. Thank you for all that you do, man. Appreciate it, man. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys have a great. What's that? Oh, no, you can't be nice enough for 500. So it is written. So it will be done. Fair enough. Hey, Phil, you stream the Ravens game Sunday night? Probably. I'm leaning towards a triple header on Sunday night, but we'll see. Maybe just do a double header. I don't know. But I don't know. Do you think I should? Notre Dame. I'm a Notre Dame fan. You think that game's worth streaming? I think it's an interesting game. So yeah, I probably will. But all right, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. I will talk to you guys later. And like I said, come to the bird section and check out Leo's channel, and we'll be over there hanging out with those guys until I go on Cilio's show. So, yeah. With that said, I am out of here. Peace.
Come on, guys.
2 minutes to go. You got plenty of time.
Come on.
Oh, shit! Dad! No!
It's over! It's over! This game is over! Cut it off, it's over!
Fuck.
Congratulations, Green Bay! Congratulations, Green Bay! Congratulations, Green Bay!
I said run the ball.
Congratulations, Green Bay! Dak Prescott, you need to be fired today! That was on you, Dak! That was on you, Dak! That was on you, Dak!
I said run the ball.
That was on Dak Prescott! Trying to feed the ball. Trying to feed the CeeDee Lamb! Trying to feed the CeeDee Lamb! You tried to feed the CeeDee Lamb! You got to give it to CeeDee Lamb! God! It's over! It's over, Dak! Put Trey Lance in the game. Trey Lance can't do worse than you.
I'm an idiot because I buy into this shit. I buy into this shit. Because here's the thing. I am a grown-ass man. And I talk the talk. It is killing me.
I feel it coming. I feel like it's going to take Jerry Jones taking. Cut it off. It's over.